Hey, what's up, you guys? How are you? So yeah, this is the first time I have ever done a periscope that hasn't been of a band playing somewhere. I haven't done periscope all that often, and every time I've done it, it's been me at a show somewhere sending you guys video of somebody playing. So this is the first time I've ever had a chance to talk to you guys one-on-one, and I figured it would be a good opportunity to do that in light of the news that went out a couple hours ago about that metal show. So there's been a tremendous amount of comments that have come in and support that's come in, and I just really wanted to jump on here for a second. One of the cool things about social media and having a platform like this is to be able to connect with people. And I just wanted to take a second to say a sincere thank you. It's been an amazing ride doing this show for you guys, doing it with Don and Jim, two of my best friends. We've had such a great time. What a lot of people don't know is, for me, this is pretty tough because I've actually been a part of VH1 Classic and been on that channel now since 2002. So I've got a long history with VH1 Classic in general, doing all sorts of things and worked with a ton of people there. This is no sour grapes. This is no issue with anybody at all at the network. It's been an incredible team effort to do this show for you guys, to have lasted 8 years, over 100 episodes. There's a lot that people don't know about what went into making this show. The ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, the budgets, how this all really worked. That metal show was pretty much like the only show that VH1 Classic actually produced themselves. And, we always joked about it all the time. The channel was like Wayne's World. It wasn't in HD. We didn't have a lot of money, but we did it because we love doing it, and it's our passion, and it's what we cared about doing. So it wasn't, it's cliche to say it's not about money, and it truly wasn't, and never about the money. It was about us doing it, and the money really came into play because it was, how do we keep this thing on the air? And we became like the little show that could. We connected with people way bigger than anybody ever expected, including certainly VH1, who all of a sudden found themselves in a place that they had to keep doing this thing because it became the anchor for the channel, so to speak. So we had so many great people attached to this behind the scenes. We've had so many amazing artists that have been part of the show, new people, up-and-coming artists, legends, icons, people that have since passed away in the time since we've been doing the show. Guys like the late great Ronnie James Dio and Janie Lane come to mind, people that we've lost that we had on. Just endless. I mean, to have Brian Johnson on and Tony Iommi and Rush twice and Aerosmith, and it just goes on and on and on. So it's been an incredible ride, and we'll see where it takes us. We'll see what the next moves are. I can tell you, though, that we really wanted to get this news out because, we've kind of known this for a little while, that this was headed in this direction, but we weren't sure how it was all going to play out. And you guys deserve, and I've always prided myself on giving you guys the straight story as to what's going on. And I really felt that it was important now to, so many emails and so many comments and people asking, hey, what's going on, that it was time to let you guys know exactly what was going on. And that's where we're at. So the channel, VH1 Classic is still replaying the old shows. If you just check your grids, you're probably going to see old shows still coming up. I am assuming they'll continue to do that. There's been a ton of changes at the network, so I really don't know even who's there anymore and who's kind of in charge of that. Because one of the things that happened behind the scenes with that metal show ending is also a lot of the executives that were a part of it and really instrumental in keeping it on the air are unfortunately no longer at the network either. So this whole thing is way bigger than just that metal show, but I know that it's all about you guys and wanting to see this show and seeing these artists that you love in that format. So we'll see where we go. I have no idea at this point. Maybe that metal show will be this, you and I on Periscope in my office in New Jersey. Who knows? With the technology today, anything's possible. I would still love to be on a TV network. I still think there's something really special about having a show on TV, and I hope that I can continue to do that. And I'm going to continue to do all the things that I've done for 33 years to support this music, both my radio shows, my podcasts, my books, all my online stuff, my appearances, whatever the case may be. And speaking of appearances, as you guys may or may not know, Don, Jim, and myself, we go out and we do shows in clubs all over the country. Actually, we've been outside of the U.S. doing them, and we'll continue to do that, and maybe we'll do that more than ever, kind of bring the show on the road a little bit to you guys until we can find a new home. But the idea and the goal is to certainly find a new home. As we said in the statement, we are in control of the name of that metal show, and we hope that if there is another TV network out there that would like to bring this show to you guys, we're all in. And if there are TV networks you would like to see air that metal show, let them know about it. A lot of the things that I've seen come up on social media as soon as we made this announcement are networks that we have already approached and reached out to. And I have an agent that is very passionate and very much a fan of the show, a major agency who's out there also kind of beating the bushes a little bit and seeing if there are people that would like to not only pick up where we left off, but I'd love to make it bigger and better. There's so many things more that I always wanted to do with that metal show that we were unable to do because of the restrictions we had on us being on a small network. You know, live music and more shows and HD and more social media stuff, and it's endless the things we wanted to do, but we did the best we could with what we had to work with, and the impact that it's made has been remarkable around the world. So, you know, I cannot thank each and every one of you guys for the amazing support. You know, this thing was very much my baby. I fought like crazy to get it on the air. Then once it got on the air, to see what happened with it has been simply incredible. And then to see all the outpouring. My site literally went down today for a little bit because of the reaction to a simple post about where we're at with this show. So the passion is there, and that it's from us, it's from you guys, and it's for this music and these artists that we love. And I hope that somebody out there will certainly recognize that and give us an opportunity to not only keep the show going, but to bring it to another level as well. You know, I'm looking at some of the comments coming up here. Palladia, a lot of people, listen, I understand you guys you just know TV networks and you want to see the show on, and I get that, and I'm right with you. But there are professionals that know how this works. A lot of people are mentioning Palladia. Palladia is owned by VH1. That is a VH1 channel. So they're done with the show. If they wanted to move it to Palladia, I'm sure they would have done that. We've made that inquiry. They never aired the show when they could have in HD. So I would love for that to happen. But again, it's the same company. So is it possible that they could come around at some point? I guess. But again, I have people looking into that and working on it. The other one I see keep coming up constantly is Access TV. I've done some stuff for Access TV, and I know people over there. And again, they have to want to do it. They have to want to make it work. And hopefully that's a consideration. I don't know. It doesn't seem like anything's out of the question right now, but I hope that you guys as fans let everybody know what you're thinking. You know, Access TV is owned by Mark Cuban, who I've had discussions with. Mark Cuban's on Twitter. Access is on Twitter. I mean, this is where, you know, you guys as fans can help us out a little bit and go a little old school, a little grassroots. If there's TV networks out there that you want to see this show on, let them know. You know, anybody can email me, eddie@eddietrunk.com, and I can direct them to the people who are handling looking for a new home for this show. So it's all hands on deck, and we hope that we can continue bigger, better, and on to other things. But again, truly a huge thanks to you guys, to all the artists, to all the crew. We had an amazing crew in Los Angeles the years we did it there, amazing crew in New York, the fans that came, waited outside in the cold to get in and be in the audience, the artists, of course, Jennifer, Miss Box of Junk, and before that, the late Carrie Lee, who we had in the earlier episodes, all the people that were a part of this, our producer, Jeff Baumgartner, all the people behind the scenes, all the executives, been incredible. I mean, TV shows don't last as long as this did. We were the little show that could, and I hope that we go on to bigger and better things, so we'll see. I'm looking at some of the comments coming up. I mean, you guys are a trip. Food Network, Cooking with Rock Stars. Listen, I mean, I want to do a ton of other stuff. I want to keep that metal show alive, but I want to do more things above and beyond that if I can too. So my doors are wide open to everything and anything, and we'll see where it goes. You know, we'll see. Again, people firing TV networks here in the comments, Discovery, Netflix comes up a lot. I see all that stuff. I hear you. It's not my call. If it was my call, I would take the show and I'd put it on Fox or NBC, and I'd do it every night of the week. We would have replaced Letterman if it was up to me, but it's not. I mean, it's like, you know, it's a tough thing because I get the passion, and I wish that it was as easy as just throwing a network out there and saying, let's do it. These people have to want to put a show like this on their air, and it's hard. It's very hard sometimes getting across the value of this. So